Good morning! Good evening, everyone! We are day 24 of Wrinkles Live. How are you today? May you have a great and awesome day. I am Erms. I am income diversification strategist, and my mission is making people live better. So, yesterday we talked about the 3 steps to our dream, and we are tasked to have 3 to do simple things every day, which is we need to write it down, we need to be specific and give it a what and when, look at it every day, keep it in our face, soak it into our subconscious, and we need to start with a plan, because the plan is, the point of this is not that it will get us there, but it will get us started. So, that is why today our next topic is about leaving the slight edge. So, as the famous trainer Vince Lombardi, the legendary football coach, would begin each new day, each new season and training, we're saying this: gentlemen, this is a football. Never taking anything for granted and always viewing each of his player as a blank slate, despite the fact that they were all seasoned pros. So, yung isang player niya, yung Green Bay Packer, na si Max Magee, always delivered his own immortal retort. "Oh, coach, would you slow down a little bit? You're going too fast for us." And eventually got a chuckle from him. But then, in modern business world, it is an expression of assume nothing. And as Zen Buddhists call it, beginner's mind. It's a mindset of humility and fresh inquiry, always looking for the most meaning and importance in the smallest thing. The more eloquent way of expressing it is, gentlemen, this is a football. So, no matter how great your aspiration, how tall your dream, the great leap, it means that eternally repeating truth of the slight edge is that it always built of small, simple steps. It's easy to do, but just easy not to do. Hi Spyro, good evening. Don't go too fast. Don't too proud to stop. Look at your life and tell yourself this is a football. But one simple, single, easy to do activity you can do day in and day out that will have the greater impact. It should be, hi Tito Boy, good evening. It should be on our health, our happiness, in our relationship, personal development, our finance, our career, and our impact in this world. So earlier in this book, we walked through the brief exercise where we assess our life being on the success curve or on the failures curve in 7 specific areas. Now, let's revisit them. Only this time, we will make a simple roadmap for each one consisting of 3 elements. Our dreams, for that area, it should be our express goal, specific, vivid, with a timeline. A simple plan to start. So, as we simply say, find Germans. Remember the story last night, finding a German when Olson, they find a German and eventually build a European sales force. One simple discipline that we will commit to doing each and every day from now on. Hi Jane, hi Rigel, and hi Nick, good evening. So, we need to write our goals and dreams in a simple starting plan and a single daily discipline in order for us to do it day in and day out. So, we need to start with our health. Ano yung dream natin sa health natin? Perhaps most important choice here is day by day, hour by hour. whether to let our eating habit or physical activity build our fondest dream or dig our grave. So, as Hamlet wondered, to be or not to be? The answer is in every meal we take. Because when our good physical shape, you can think more clearly, get more accomplished, and feel better about everything. So there is nothing more basic in our life than our health. Ito yung pinaka-importante sa atin, di ba? So, you can do a daily exercise in 30 minutes a day by walking, by doing a cardio. You can do it to be there or to be not. Or you can take a few moments within our slight edge plan for our health. So, for example, I wanted to lose 10 pounds in a year. So, yun yung dream natin. So, para maging specific, vivid siya at with a timeline, dapat we would start on Monday, on March 11. So, we would wake up early and start doing our 30 minutes goal na we would walk or do an exercise in the next 30 minutes. So, yun yung daily discipline na gagawin natin. So, next, our happiness. So, remember, our success does not lead to happiness, di ba? It's the other way around. So, we can break down the bulk of happiness in 3 areas. In our outlook, so how we choose to view the events and circumstances with our life. We could choose it in a positive light or in a negative light. The specific action with a positive impact, like writing a gratitude words, three things that we are grateful for every day, or sending an appreciative email, doing a random act of kindness, practicing forgiveness, and so on. Or where we would put our time and energy, especially investing more into our relationships. So, it should be personally meaningful pursuit. So, for example, if our dreams is to have this kind of relationship, ano yung gagawin natin? So, saan tayo magpa-plan? Ano yung daily discipline na gagawin natin para ma-reach yun? Yung happiness na yon. So, next, for our relationship, all the success in the world means little if there is no one to share with. Alam natin lahat yon. And it is an expression as it goes. So, little things that count, for example, remembering birthdays or anniversaries with our partner, with our spouse, with our friends, with our, or anything, colleagues, and anything that we could remember to. Weekly date with our spouse or kids, it should be separate. Gestures of kind words, 5 minutes of snatch, isi-snatch mo yung 5 minutes in the middle of your impossible hectic day to check on someone and checking of if how are they, or saying I love you and saying how sorry you are or how you appreciate that person. This is the wisdom of slight edge. Those tiny thoughts and gestures that are surprisingly easy to do but tragically easy not to do. Madali lang siyang kalimutan. But then, it would play an important role with our relationships. The future of every relationship we have is a choice that is always in our hands. The key here is to make a choice and keep making it every day. So, go ahead. Make your dreams, relationships dream. So, again, be specific, vivid, and with a timeline. Next, our personal development. If you could wave a magic hand, have either $1 million in a bank or $1 million mindset, ano yung pipiliin natin? Which would we choose? Me, personally, I would choose $1 million mindset because I can create more of $1 million in a bank with $1 million mindset. Because with $1 million right now, it would be easy to being penniless again if we don't have $1 million mindset. As a man thinketh by James Allen put it this way: you will become as small as your controlling desire or as great as your dominant aspiration. So you already know what the number one recommendation would be here as we go through the slight edge for the past days here. So our recommendation is at least read 10 pages of a powerful, life-transforming book each day and every day. Hi, Tita Sao. Good evening. Building your own personal self-improvement library may be the single most valuable and important investment after your personal health that you can make. Or you can have an audiobooks because listening to it is a powerful slight tool because it can turn our downtime into uptime and double our productivity. For example, listen while you drive in going to and forth from your destination, or while you jog, you exercise, sitting on a plane, or waiting in lines. So feed your mind with life-transforming information and insight. It is easy to do, yet easy not to do. So, which is why 95% don't do it. Will you be part of that 95% or start dreaming your life to be on the 5% of this very small population of the successful people? So, write your personal development dream right now. Be specific again, vivid, and with a timeline. Next, for our finances. It is no accident that our exploration of the site edge began with the story of a penny doubled. The world of finance is one of the easiest place to see objectively and logically. The power of the slight edge, as we said earlier, everyone thinks that they know about the power of compound interest, but most really don't. In fact, only 5% really understand this power. The ones on the success curve of the slight edge. As one bit of wisdom from Vince Lombardi, winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. Hi Owen, good evening. If you have developed a losing habits in your finance, it's time to replace them with a winning habit. We need to decide it right now. Resolve to stop the Parkinson's law lament, whatever I have, I spend. Choose to be not on the 95% of the population. Emulate the master of slight edge economics described in The Millionaire Next Door, live below your means. Set up a modest saving plan and stick to it. Even 500 pesos, 1,000 pesos, stick to it. Month after month, payday after payday. Now, set up your finances dream. As I said, be specific, vivid with a timeline. For example, I want to wipe out my debts at the end of 2020 and I want to have a 50 million retirement fund when I reach age 60. So, what would be your plan to start with? Example, save 1,000 pesos every payday and purchase it a paper asset, convert into a shares of stocks. One simple daily discipline. Do it every payday and do it for the rest as long as you are working until you reach your time to retire. So, for our career, Sigmund Freud was one asked what people need in order to be able to live full and happy life. His reply is simple: love and work. Work is one of the most defining overarching aspects of our lives. It molds and establishes nearly everything about our everyday existence. It is something we do practically every day. We'll do practically every day for most of our lives. When someone asks you, what do you do? What they are really asking is, what is your work? What is your career? Yet, here is the side irony of work in the world of the 95%. Most people don't love their work. I know mostly of it. So, a pretty good number, in fact, who hates it is the 95%, but not the 5%. The 5% have learned one of the great secrets of long and happy life, loving your work. Hi Aldem, good evening. So, before you go to work tomorrow, ask yourself, why I am doing this? There were a lot of reasons, but would come to this. Because I have to, or because I want to. Now, if you're going to be honest with yourself, your answer probably needs to involve some of the first. Because I have to, because, so on and so forth. Just make sure that it also includes a healthy dose of the second, because I want to. The good news is, your newfound understanding of how the slight edge work is our philosophy can transform our career just as surely as it will transform our health, our happiness, our relationship. Now, write down your career dream. Be specific, vivid, and with a timeline. Next, for our impact in the world. In a typical goal-setting workshop, participants are often asked a set of goals for a year ahead, 5 years, even 10 years ahead. So I remember this maybe 12 years ago when I was in the corporate world in our one of our seminar, The Habits of Highly Successful People. So we've set our goal for the past, I think that was 5 days. That was 5 days of seminar. So we set our goal on day-to-day basis. And on the final day, we write our mission statement. And on later years, I was surprised to know that all of what I have written was done. Except for the last, of course, that I continually doing it out until now, that is to continually serve my community, which is I am still serving now and where I work with. Now, I have a new mission to fulfill, and that is making people live better. So, how about if one will ask you that you have to set 100 years goals? Napag-isipan din natin yon. What kind of goals will you set 400 years from now? What kind of impact can you imagine yourself having on the world that will last long after your own life has run its course? Napag-isipan ba natin yon? What will people remember you after you have come and gone? Our weekly, for example, of course, my first and foremost goal when I was still working in the corporate goal were to send my siblings to finish their college education. And all of them done that already and have their own life to live with. So, and in our site, in one of our site here in Bacolod, weekly we are talking with our scholars because we are setting the weekly activity goal for the week, that is to take care of our small farm there, and they have 1 or 2 hours to as they're giving back for the scholarship that is given to them. And one session we have for them is this year we designed for them a 50 weeks challenge. And I translate this challenge in what I am doing right now, participating in a 100-day challenge. That is 100 days. So I set myself to be on that challenge because I am translating it them for them. And one of the good feedback that we heard from the parents of them is it's because we told them how to schedule their day based on their activity from school, sa bahay nila, sa community, at saka sa JK Youth. That is one of the service that they are doing. And we are happy that there is slowly there is a positive effect what we are doing for them. So what do you want your life to mean? This is the biggest area of all because it includes all the others. The other 6, di ba? Health, relationship, personality development, our finance, our happiness. So, ito na yung pinaka all of the above niya. So, but don't let it intimidate us. After all, what we are looking here is simple. Things that we can do every day. So, little things that are easy to do. So now, write the dreams of your life. Be specific, vivid, and with a timeline. So go back for those 5 until this one. Because everything we do is important. Everything you do is important. Toss a rock into a pond and you'll see the ripples from its impact spreading out until they reach the opposite shore. The same thing happens in our life. In most cases, we never see those ripples. As Jeff Olson mentor Clyde share, and eventually, of course, share left on this earth long before he had the chance to see the multiple successes that Jeff have the privilege of being involved with, and it's Clyde ripples that built them. So, for example, he already built his 1.5 billion company in 5 years time for the past 7 years from being a beach bum. So, and contribute to the biggest foundation of this world. So, everything we do is important. For example, when you smile at a child and encourage or scold him and tell him he's no good, in either case, you may see the first or second ripple, but the impact goes far, far beyond what you see. You don't see all the ripples. For better or for worse, positive or negative impact, even our smallest actions can create a ripple effect that has an incalculably great impact on the world around us. So, remember this too. No matter how high-minded or long-term your life dreams may seem. Example, retirement fund of 50 million at the age of 60. Gentlemen, this is a football. Start fresh, start now. It starts with a penny. Start finding your pennies and double it every day. Thank you for being here with me on Drinkos Live Day 24. And to those who are watching and replays, thank you everyone for being here. Anyways, for those who are open to start a business, we have our online business presentation this March 8. That is tomorrow around 8 p.m. Just go to my profile, send me a message that you wanted to be part of it. It would be a fit for you or not. Just join us. Who knows, this could be the plan that you can start with to level up your income and success and live the life you always wanted and be on the 5% on the success curve and living with the slight edge. Thank you all. Good day. See you tomorrow at 8 p.m. I can send you the link to join in our Zoom presentation. So, thank you. See you again tomorrow on Wrinkles Live Day 25. And that is about where to go from here. The last chapter of the book by Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. So, this book is a result of Jeff Olson practice and living with the slight edge for the past decade of his life, bringing his company into 1.5 billion mark in 5 years, where I am part of it as an independent brand partner. See you all. Good night. Have a great day. God bless everyone.